song Backhappen. Yes, because there have been, believe it or not, 2 semi-finals. They have whittled 10 songs down to 5. Let's take a look, first of all, at the songs that haven't quite made it. What do we think of these 5? And the question is, if you had to swap out any one of the 5 finalists, what song would you swap it out for, and why?
That's a hard question because I thought it was fine the way it was. I thought they made the correct choices.
Mick, what do you reckon?
I agree with Nick, really. Generally, I think most of the ones that got through deserve to be there. Yeah, Breakaway. That was the best one of the ones that didn't get through.
Sean?
All in all, I think probably the right ones went through. If I were to swap one out, I'd probably go for Blanky Fleur.
Love You.
The name of the song. Yeah, that one. It translates as Love You. Don't you think it sounded a bit like BBC News a bit? The music at the BBC News, the dum-dum, a bit. And honestly,
I hadn't thought about that before.
It listens to the BBC News countdown. It sounds a bit like that a little bit. She had a bit of a vocal shaky start, but I quite enjoyed it. One I am really disappointed in that didn't make it through was Cease Tone Row, which actually means flow. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Cease Tone is, or if any of you have seen Daddy Fryer in concert. He's a guy who is one of his backing vocals and musicians. He plays the electric guitar and he's on stage with Daddy all the way through his concerts. But he is an artist in his own right and he's been releasing material for quite a while now. But I'm gutted that this wasn't as good as a studio version. You could tell he was really nervous. He didn't look confident at all. Really good staging and use of the video floor. I thought that was really, really cool. But I don't think his voice wasn't strong enough for the kind of loud drum and bassy beats. And his dance moves towards the end didn't look comfortable. I think he's much more comfortable behind his guitar, to be honest. So I was really gutted about Cease Tone because I'm a fan of his. I've seen, Daddy Fryer numerous times in concert and he's always been there and he always gives 100% into the show.
Cool. So was there a song that you take out, Sean?
Take out of the
take out of the final and replace with
I take it out of the 2 young lads, the Jedwardie kind of offspring, annoying offspring. Yeah, that one.
Movie scene.
Movie scene. Too much pointing. It'll be interesting to see the English version next week because they normally prefer the English versions of the songs not in the final. So we'll see how that goes.
Alina, what do you reckon? Is there a song there that you'd put into the final out of those 5?
Yes, actually, I loved the Maya one. And to be honest, it was the only song I really liked out of those we are talking now. So all the rest was just a bit mediocre and on the same level for me. So if they put the Maya one in the final, I would be a happy girl.
Paul and Andrew.
For me, I would have taken 3 of the finalists out and put C in, Blanky Fleur, and also Sunny. It had this vibe of almost if Kate Bush had gone into dance music. I thought C was just so impressive, but it almost like when he started dancing, he just looked a bit silly on his own, and so he needed more. Could have had more dancers with him. Maybe that would have done it. But to me, those 2 songs just looked absolutely wonderful.
And for me, I liked her as well. I thought I didn't really like it the first time I watched, but then I watched back and I realised why reminded me of, and it's again, I like making comparisons. I'm sure you've noticed, but I do think it was a very sort of theatrical Kylie-esque. I thought it sounded like In Me ish. It was quite nice. So that would have gone through instead of one of the others. I'll come back to that.
Awesome.
Maya, I think, is the other one.
Yeah,
Started really well, really brilliant. She was a bit pitchy in the chorus, which is a bit of a shame because it's a really good song. The LED background, if you look back, looks like a pulsing foo-foo.
What they've seen.
Not that I've seen many, but yeah, the LED background looked like there's a bit of a pulsing vagina in the background.
Yeah, do you know what? I think I would probably put Maya in there as well. Who I'd take out, probably I'd go for the Jedward Act, like Sean has as well. So these are the qualifiers from Iceland. Okay, let's take a look.
Sem ég þráði, ekki skipti máli nema ég og þú, bara ég og þú. Stígum á til himins eða helga, elskan þú mátt velja, förum hvert sem er.
Stingum af með ámýtu!
Bara ég og þú. Það er lagið Við förum hærra, heyra! Við förum hærra. Því hjarta þitt veit að ég mun leiða þig.
Erum á ferðinni, á sömu bylgjunni, veit hvert skal haldið í ég. Ætla að fara í vestrið, vilt það sem ílt og spilt besta fólkið. Og þó ég geri mjög gott mót, fari fólk, vilt það sem ílt og spilt besta fólkið. Vestrið vilt og sjáfuna! Ég bara taka sjansen.
Leita ég þar að þér. Þú og ég, við gætum gert betur svo þau fá að sjá það besta sem hefur sést á loft. Allan alheiminn, sigga oss! Allan alheiminn.
We saw 5 songs. There's an interesting mix there. Also, to note that Song of the Kepin this year is very much standalone. The broadcaster has refused to say whether or not the winner is going to Eurovision or not. They might choose a different song. The favourite is Bashar, who's the Palestinian singer-songwriter who collaborated with Hatari after they did their 2019 entry Hatred Will Prevail. He also took place in Global Vision in 2019, which was the protest against Eurovision and occurred during the same week. Also of note there is Hera Bjork, Je ne sais quoi, Iceland's 2010 fabulous song, as is Someday, which failed to make it to Eurovision when she tried to represent Denmark. Let's go for Alina. Alina, who is your favourite to win Song for Kepin 2024?
Oh, I'm gonna score points with you, Tom, but so far I think Hera Bjork, she just delivers the whole Eurovision vibe and Eurovision package for me. So I really, really like that one. To be honest, I think they were gonna choose the Bashar Murat one, just because everyone is hyping that up and making it as a statement to Israel. I would not be surprised if they pick that one. The other ones I just like, I really hated those dance boots on the Sika one. Come on, like really? Those ice bear boots? I was like, oh, I hated
Did you
it.
want to throw them into the atmosphere?
Oh yeah. I just wanted to like take them off and no, oh I hated it. If you're gonna ask me to pick a winner, it's gonna be Hera Bjork, and I know you love that.
Oh yes, I may be slightly biased when it comes to this one. Let's go to Mick. What do we think? Winner, song for Kepin. What do you think of the rest of the songs as well?
I agree with Alina. I mean, Hera is just such a professional, and you know, she just seemed to stand head and shoulders above everybody else. So the song is pretty standard, really, to be honest. But you know, she does it so well. I wasn't going to like the Western one. What was he? Bashir Murad. But there was an interesting beat underneath it all, and I just found that quite intriguing. And his style was very good. And I think Aline's right that probably Iceland will pick that one. Those two boys, really, they've obviously eaten a shed load of blue Smarties, and we all know now. We all know now that where Occidentalis Karma's gorilla emigrated to. Ah, it was just dire, absolutely dire. And how that's in the final, I just do not know. But then Iceland are a bit like Portugal and Finland. They do their own thing, you know.
I was going to say, here's the shocker for you. Hera Bjork is actually the outsider at 8-1 on the odds I checked on Eurovision World, whereas our Jedward boys are actually third favourite.
Well, if that wins, I'm not going to Malmö.
Fair enough.
Hera Bjork. I thought it was head and shoulders above the rest. It was just Slager at its best. I think the only thing it was missing was a wind machine. I said that to Paul, and then suddenly it appeared and she was blowing her hair about. So it was just like a retro sort of like entry. All the boys got in. I just cannot. That is absolutely awful, awful, awful. Sorry.
Yeah, don't apologise. Everybody thinks the same so far. Yeah, I thought Hera Bjork, Schlager pop. It's not going to do anything if it gets to Eurovision now, is it? Let's face it. But it deserves to be there because we all love it. I think you're probably right, Aline. I think Basha may win because of what's going on.
But we didn't know why the Cowboys were in. What were the Cowboys doing there?
Yeah.
But I did like the fact
translates as
all the songs were in Icelandic. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, I can't leave Sean till last again. Let's bring.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Who's going to win this one, mate?
You know what? I don't know. The end. No. So just to point out, Paul Andrews says you like that all the songs are in Icelandic. That is usually the case for the semis in Iceland. They're always in Icelandic,
right? Okay.
And then when it comes to the grand final, they're usually in an alternate. Well, some maybe in Icelandic, but it's usually an English translation, and it's obviously for a wider appeal. Look, Hera Bjork. I mean, it's no je ne sais quoi, is it? But it's lovely to see her back, and I love the opening shot because they kind of address her iconic status as a diva, and she's just a lovely person. If you ever meet her, she's so nice. She's very warm, friendly. That comes across on stage when she performed as well, and the monologues that she says between songs. It's just she's just fantastic. I really like it. It's a really strong song. Great to see her back. It's a good pop Schlager song, and I can't wait to see the English performance performed next week. I thought Basha, the Wild West song, I love the funky bass beats in this. I thought the dancers really added to the performance. It was really enjoyable. It could win. My favourite, actually, is the wild card one that they gave to Sigra Osk. My favourite of the night last night. Sorry, the dogs are kicking off again.
I'm watching them.
Get them their own show. So yeah, again, I can't wait to see the English version of that, Into the Atmosphere, being performed next week, which will give it a broader appeal, but it were proper early noughties dance pop vibes. It's actually going on my playlist, definitely. The Jedward thing, oh, the boy band, the group, the whatever they are, that thing. I can see the appeal. I really can see the appeal. The Icelandic version that you heard last night sort of name checks some Icelandic. Oh shit! Hang on, one sec.
One
And
second,
relax.
guys.
So yeah, so the Icelandic version that you.
Even the dogs don't like the.
They don't. Do they?
European boys.
I'm trying to say the Icelandic version of the song that you heard last night name checks a few Icelandic actors in it. Now, the English version actually name checks some globally known actors in it. For example, Adam Sandler and Will Ferrell, and they've got links to Iceland because Adam Sandler was in a brilliant film called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. If you've never seen it, go and watch it. It is brilliant. It's hilarious. And of course, Will Ferrell in the Eurovision movie as well. So again, they're trying to link it into a Eurovision theme there with the English version of the song. So we'll see what that turns out like next week, I suppose. But also, special mention to Anita. Cool fab staging. I love the boxes and the silhouettes at the start. She started getting a little bit breathless towards the end. But all in all, great vocal, great performance. And I think those 5 songs are all better than everything that was in Melfest this week.
And to round things off in Iceland, why, if you have 10 songs, why just not, perform, take one night, just a final, to get it over with? Why should you put the public through those Jedward boys again? That's too much to ask, I think. Then again, I could never get enough of Hera Björk. It's craftsmanship and vocal ability. It was like up there where the rest was just a singing competition, and she was the professional of the evening. You could see that in everything. Yeah, I love her. The song. Who cares about the song? It's Hera Björk. She for me, she was the one to beat tonight. She can go to Malmö if I'm concerned.
Hands up if you think Bashar should win Song of Keppin. Hands up for Anita. Hands up for Veep, or Jedward-esque people. Hands up for Sigga Osk. And hands up for Hera Björk. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.